Oh, hi there. How are you today? You caught me on a, well, I guess it depends on how you look at it, bad or good day, but you caught me on a day where I'm just pissed off enough that I got to do something about it logically, because if I know from past experience, if I keep it pent up inside myself, I'm going to go out and do something illogical, whether that be simple as get drunk beyond belief and have to deal with it for the next 2 or 3 days. Just don't bounce back from those situations like I used to, and I don't think most people my age do. But I am so pissed off right now with the government. I just got a rant for a while. So hopefully this will make some sense. Don't take it personal unless you're an Alberta MLA, and then take it very personal, because it's time you guys woke up and figured out what's going on in this friggin' province. I'm tired of all this stupidness. I can't even say any one thing got me going. It's been a build-up over the last couple of years. I think what's triggered my outrage, besides the fact that I spent the last almost 2 weeks helping a family at the Children's Hospital that were being screwed around by FSCD, treated really well by the hospital. That's contributed to it, but I think what brought it to a head is when 5-year-old children are being shot to death up in the Hobbema area. Someone has got to speak out, because this has just gone to the point of ridiculousness. Those services that are there to protect our children are becoming the biggest friggin' barriers that any family has to deal with. And I'm tired of it. And I don't care if I rant about it, because I don't have a child they can take away from me, which is a threat they use with any other families that speak out. So I'm tired of that shit. I can tell already that I may be a little bit too pissed off at this particular moment to do this, because my language is getting a little wilder than it should. I do try not to swear here too much. You know, it's I'm going to go and, again, take my laundry out of the dryer, try and calm myself down, but I'll be back here in a minute, and believe me, I'm going to finish this, because, as I said, I'm tired of it. I'm tired, as are many families in this province, not only in this province, but across the country when it comes to various provincial child services programs. So I'm tired, and I'm going to let you know why. I'll be back in a minute after I go and fold a bunch of sheets and underwear. Well, laundry done for another week, and I took enough time to have a quick cheese bun. Maybe my blood sugar was a little low, which was making me a little rabid. But we'll see. Maybe that'll help. Okay, on to what I'm tired of. And I'm not alone in being tired on this. Family Services for Children with Disabilities is a division of the Ministry of Children here in Alberta. That's the government agency that has been set up to assist families that have children with a disability, to help cover the extra costs and so forth associated. Things like, when I say extra costs, things like speech language, occupational therapy, respite, some community outing, you know, costs that the average family wouldn't have to deal with. And this stuff can add up. It can add up to $2,000 or $3,000 a month for a severely handicapped child. So FSCD is there to help with that, or that's what their mandate says. I get too many calls from families, and this isn't just 1 or 2 families. I get a lot of calls, emails from families all over this province that are having difficulty accessing services for their child. They've been to FSCD, and all they've had is the runaround. I've attended a number of meetings with families with FSCD, And I'll tell you right now, too many of these caseworkers are behaving like they're bank managers and they're negotiating your mortgage with you. This isn't a mortgage. This is your child's life. And I'm tired of that. Very tired of it. I'm tired of the fact that FSCD manages to hire caseworkers with social work backgrounds but doesn't call them social workers. That takes away your ability to go to the professional body, the College of Alberta Social Workers, and lodge a complaint, because within their own code of ethics, advocacy on behalf of the family to make sure the best services are available is called for. By hiding them as caseworkers and not calling them social workers, we've removed one accountability tool that can be very important. So that's one of the things I'm tired of. I'm tired of these same caseworkers telling families how and where they can access service. You know, if a family goes with agency-managed care for their child, the agency gets paid. And by the sounds of it, gets paid relatively well. If a family decides to manage the care for their child themselves, which is within their rights, I'm tired of seeing those families get 2/3 to half of the amount an agency would get because of administrative costs the agency might have. These families have just as many administrative costs. By the time you're doing this, self-managing your child's care and hiring people, you're an employer, you have a business. The amount of paperwork FSC demands of these families is astronomical. Why is it? Because you've taken such an interest in your child's well-being and want to be involved in the treatment process, so you'd opt to go for family-managed care. Why are you forced to hire someone paying them, $11, $12, maybe $15 an hour? Or if that same person goes to work for an agency, they're getting $20, $22 an hour. You know, what quality of, and I don't mean to denigrate anybody here, but what quality of worker are you getting for $11, $12 an hour when you have a child with severe special needs? How comfortable do you feel as a parent knowing you can't offer anybody a decent amount of money to help you take care of your child, where an agency can? Not only do they get paid higher, they get training days, they get vacation days. You know, they get a lot of, the agencies get a lot of extras, but they're the same type of issues that a family has to deal with. Their workers could use training as well. You don't see any training monies in their agreements. The hospital, or pardon me, the family pays for the holiday vacation time out of that $12 an hour they're given. So in actuality, by the time you do your employer-related costs, for $12, if the agency, if the ministry is giving you $12 an hour, you can pay that person about $10.50 an hour, because you have to be doing all of their deductions, all of your deductions, and the vacation pay. That's, to me, that's discriminatory. Plain and simple, discriminatory. Meanwhile, you can't even do this unless you have a team built up around you. And I've run out of psychologists that I can go to and ask them if they would work for half their going rate, because that's what FSCD pays. They don't pay the rate for the speech therapist based on the college's own fee structure. They don't pay the rate for OTs based on their professional association's rate structure. The families are making up the difference. So if you have a speech-language pathologist, you might be getting $95.50 an hour from FSCD for that, but you're paying $130 an hour to the speech-language therapist. Plus, you're paying travel time and writing time, something FSCD won't do. They make it very clear in their contracts that all of this is for direct child involvement, and yet they demand extensive paperwork from all of these professionals. Not only do they demand this paperwork, these caseworkers, more times than not, at least the families I've been involved with, wind up sending professional reports back to the family, telling the family they're going to have to get the professional to put this or that, or write it this way or that way into the report. These are caseworkers. They're not the psychologists. They're not the speech language therapist. You know, they're not any therapist, and yet they're dictating to other professions how to write therapeutic reports. And the families are stuck in the middle. And I'm getting tired of this. And if a family mentions that this is really exhausting, the first thing that'll come out of that caseworker's mouth is, well, we could always have someone from child welfare come over and assess the situation to see if it might give you more space if your child was in foster care. I don't think so. If you love your child and there's a veiled threat held over your head that your child could be put in foster care, what are you going to do? You know, this is almost being blackmailed into accepting what's being offered to you. Especially when you follow the news and see and read about various deaths in foster care. What I was reading when we started this, it's a letter dated May 12, 2011, and it's from Yvonne Frintz, the Minister of Children and Youth Services. Contained in it is the stats on injuries and fatalities. Now, based on this report, which you can find in the Hansard online, March 16, 2011, they state that between April 1st, 2010 and March 31st, 2011, there were 5 fatalities of children in care. You know, that's hard to swallow when you look in the newspaper on July 6, 2011, and this is off CBC News World. Alberta must improve child death reporting. The province is underreporting the number of children who die in government care and need to start reporting and investigating cases, blah, 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 blah. You know, how much faith can I put in the numbers that are being presented to the public when you read stories like that? And I can give you a lot more, but I won't. And I can also, you know, I'm tired of families whose children have been put into care, died in care, and then there's gag orders slapped on the family. Not only gag orders, but they're not even entitled to access the information on that. There's a case going on in Alberta right now involving a 4-year-old. I'm in touch on a regular basis with Velvet Rideout Martin. Her daughter died in care in 2006, and it took her almost 4 years to get any information or have her gag order removed. So, you know, this is serious business here, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the blackmail that goes on with these families, and I'm tired with the mismanagement of what is actually a very good piece of regulations. The Family Services for Children with Disability regulations are excellent in Alberta. It's the way they're applied where it really sucks. They circle the wagons and they protect each other, and everything else is redundant after that. This isn't about children. This is about protecting the system, and I'm tired of that. Well, I'm no Rick Mercer when it comes to a rant, but I do have a time limit. There are size limitations to YouTube. But I'll tell you, if this is of interest of you, and I do feel a little bit more relaxed right now, but if this is the type of stuff that you think you could be of help with and would like to see the more fragile of our children taken care of, and you use Facebook, find the Protecting Canadian Children community and join it. You don't have to have a disabled child to be there, but the support is beneficial. And it will also be an eye-opener because there's posts from all over Canada that cover the type of corruption that's going on in taking care of our children. Because in reality, most of the systems I've seen or heard of are taking care of themselves. The children are a byproduct, and that I'm tired of. Anyway, that's it for now. It's going to start raining here in a few minutes. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.